Welcome back to AM Buffalo. Are you ready for a ghost story or two mixed in with a pinch of history? We head to East Aurora to meet up once again with our friend Mason Winfield, who takes us down the ancient trails within the Sinking Ponds Nature Preserve.
Today's Haunted History segment takes us to East Aurora.
And you may be asking, why East Aurora? We'll leave that to Mason Winfield because he takes us to Sinking Pond Sanctuary.
Here we are in the Sinking Ponds Nature Preserve in lovely East Aurora Village. And it looks pretty peaceful, pretty tender right now, but a lot of people wouldn't realize this was the scene of an ancient tragedy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. This trail winds uphill, and you can see how the ground rises right here. Now, this trail winds us up to the high ground, and at some point in the past, possibly the 1600s, probably earlier, there was a fortress up here. It would have been a fort of stone foundations, and it would have been big enough to hold hundreds of people. Because you see, at some point in the past, maybe 1600s, probably earlier, there was a war for trade, probably trade in flint. And there was a local community, probably Iroquois speaking, who were pressured by the Seneca, most likely the Seneca people. They had a fortress up there, and they thought there were hundreds of people in it. And when the Seneca came at them, they came at them over water. That's what we think. The people had taken all their resources and built their fortification that was blocked to the land side, open to the water.
So this was all water?
It was most likely much higher. And that's the reason I think this battle took place before the 1600s. Because like 500, 400, 600 years ago, the water levels were pretty much what they are now.
Marshy, yeah.
1,000 years ago, many places in East Aurora were submerged. And this would have been one of the places that 1,000 years ago was above the water. So I think that's about the proper date for this battle. And you know, it cracks me up sometimes about some of these ghostly sites that are 100 years old and somebody died there and they'll charge you a ticket to go in. This place is hundreds, maybe thousands of years old. It's a scene of a battle. There were hundreds of deaths up there. Now, I'm not telling you that this place is Castle Dracula. I'm not telling you come up here, you're gonna see something. As a matter of fact, don't come up here at night unless you have a permit from the town. This is a protected site. But I will tell you this, there's a few ghost stories in the neighborhood, maybe connected, maybe not. I've heard reports of unusual lights sometimes seen at the top of the hill, and that's associated with ancient sites, battlefields, unusually strong haunted places. But my Native American friends tell me that the animals here seem to react differently. And you'd have to know how animals normally react to be on. I can't help you there.
Right.
But my native friends tell me, you know, like a heron, like the great blue heron, they'll have a heron here, and usually the minute you cross its gaze, the thing takes off. Here, just looks at you. Yeah. And it's almost as if there's an aura of sanctity, of holiness about this place, as if it's been consecrated by the human suffering. And that to me is a heck of a lot more interesting than, you know, just your average haunted house, you know. And that was why I wanted to bring you guys to some special places, out of the way places, people that may be very strong, you know, sites that are maybe very strong, but people don't know about.